Great.
How's that sound?
Sounds like I'm gonna have to just get through the pain.
Let's do it.
You just jump it. Oh
Jump
my
in.
God. Yeah, this is a lot colder than last time. Holy shit.
All right.
Okay. Get those questions out. Distract me.
When you're being super productive and moving super fast all the time, does that not allow you to think about
A lot of
the
times
things that stress you out?
Yeah, that's a deep question. I mean, I do think a lot of people in especially America are addicted to working.
Yeah.
And you get that viral video and you get all those followers. That's a rush. And then when you get it, you crave it. Like it is like a drug in some
Definitely.
aspect. If I post 2 videos today, like I make my money for that day. If I don't post that day, but like, then what happens? Then I get forced into a 3-month break. So you have to give yourself breaks. It's just so hard.
You know what time it is?
Dunk time, right?
Dunk time.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Before we get into the episode, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Roan. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't look nearly as good as I do in the Rooftop cold plunge. Hats, swimwear, all the activewear you would ever need. Go to the link in the description, use code RCP at checkout, and get yourself something today. We are back for another episode of the Rooftop Cold Plunge. This week's guest, Bran Flakezz, a good buddy of mine and one of the most influential voices here in Philadelphia. We talk about the business behind a creator, the crazy last year of his life, and how he still finds time to put on for small businesses in the city that raised him. Enjoy.
Oh no.
I don't know. I don't think it's too cold.
It's not awful.
Huh?
It's not awful.
No.
I'm better at being cold than hot, so
That's good.
this is kind of up my alley.
Yeah, last time you crushed it. You
I
were
did
in there
crush
for
it.
like 8 minutes.
Yeah. Because once your like body goes numb, it's like it's really just like that first like 30 seconds that blows.
Yeah,
Do you do this every day?
every morning.
I'm glad the content hasn't ruined it for you.
I'm staying true. I'm staying true to form.
Good.
Bran Flakezz.
What's up?
God, it's good to see you. How you
It's
doing?
good to see you too. I'm doing great.
You are not an easy man to track down these days.
Well, you got me now twice. Am I your first person to do this twice?
I think you are actually, definitely.
Oh, I love making history.
Season 1 and season 2.
We'll have to do season 3 too.
Absolutely. Here we go. Let's sit down. We're gonna ask a couple questions outside the plunge like we normally do,
All right.
and then we're gonna see how Bran handles the cold tub.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay. The last year has been wild.
Wild.
Your influence is powerful these days.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever take a step back and think about what this all means to you?
Yeah, I mean, like all the time. I think like it like you said, it is powerful, and it's crazy to think like the impact I've had like in the city and then just like nationally, and like, you know, the power of like using my voice for good and helping businesses. I mean, like I literally have saved like 3 businesses just this year alone in the past like 3 months. So that's like incredible to see the platform actually do its job and do great for people. And it's such a great tool to use.
It really is. And your message and the way you're able to tell a story is really special. You know, I'm in content now. I know how hard it is to create compelling content, and you're so good at it. And I think that's a lot of the reason why you have such an influence. But
Thanks, Ben.
But talk about that a little bit, the impact that you think you've had and how your storytelling is so powerful.
You know, I have like a vision when I do stuff, when I go and help local businesses, like I want to hear from the business owners themselves. And I really think about like, how am I going to create this as a story rather than just like a post?
Yeah.
And I think storytelling has been like a key pillar of my brand since I've started.
Mm-hmm.
And in the beginning, it was super funny. It was like telling stories of like my weekend chaos and all of that stuff. And there's still elements of that are relevant to the brand today. But now I try to get deeper and really like connect with people. And I think that it's that word, connection.
Yeah.
We spend so much time on our phones these days. How am I going to carve out a space that people want to spend like minutes on my page versus someone else's?
Yeah. The Black-owned businesses.
Ride with ease.
Ride
Ralph.
with ease. Ride with Ralph. I can't even say that.
Ride
That's
with
a thing.
ease.
Ride
Ralph,
with ease.
our king.
Why is it so important to you? And kind of how do you choose these businesses as well?
Yeah, so my parents were small business owners. My dad owned a corner store hoagie shop on G and Tioga in Kensington, 10 minutes from here.
Yeah.
For 30 years. My mom owned a children's consignment shop for 20 years. Both of them closed in 2023. Because of that, I've just always grew up a child of local business. I'm my own entrepreneur myself. So when I see someone with a dream, especially in my city, the city of brotherly love,
Yes.
I want to see everyone succeed. And life just isn't fair sometimes. Like, not everyone is positioned for like the right tools to succeed. And, you know, when I stumbled across Chubby Chicks, which is the first business I helped, she almost had to close her doors because the, you know, residents in the building above her were just like giving her so much crap. And I'm like, this is not the city of brotherly love. Like, I think of the privilege I've had with like so many people being so encouraging to me, and the fact that like there was another person there following their dreams that wasn't being met with that same encouragement and support. I was like, F no, like we need to snip this in the bud. And when I saw how impactful it was, got 12 million views, and her doors were slammed, I was like, wow, I can actually like make a difference here. Like, people, especially in Philadelphia, they take what I say seriously and they want to help. There's so many people here that want to help. And I've just been really partnering with local businesses that I believe in and that have a dream. Like Ralph Ride with Ease, you know, he wants this driving service to blow up. Like, he wants to be able to get a Sprinter van. He wants to be able to get a Suburban. And I'm like, dude, anything I can do to help you like achieve those goals, like I want to do that for you.
It's so awesome. I love it. Changing gears quickly. Your salary video. Your salary video went viral, making over 700K in gross income last year. Awesome. Love to see that. You know, how has making that much money kind of changed your relationship with yourself and your community?
Yeah, you know, I think it's difficult. At some point, you have to accept the fact that you're not going to become as relatable as you once were. Like, when I first started making videos, I was working a 9-to-5 job. I was making $20 an hour, and I was doing what everyone else was doing, like living for the weekend, doing stuff, grinding. And that was more relatable in a lot of, you know, aspects. But now, you know, I'm living in a skyrise building and I'm making all this money. But I think spreading that wealth physically and like metaphorically as well has helped me kind of keep that relatability and authenticity that I think you need to survive. But I save all of my money. I'm still that kid. I still eat fast food. I still go to like all of the same stores and bars that I did before. Like, you can't take the Philly out of Bran.
I see you spending your money a little bit on your friends. I've seen some videos.
I do like to treat my friends, and I do really want to treat my parents to something nice. And I do like to treat myself to some like designer purchases. I definitely like nice things, but I try to stay humble.
I love it. Now that you know your value and you truly are in control of your brand, what is one non-negotiable when you're working with a company that you look for?
I think it needs to be a company that like really is passionate about me and understands my morals and like who I am as a person. I don't want to work with companies that like feel uneasy about partnering with me, because, you know, I do post about controversial things. There's a lot of things that like I want to work with a company that's inspired by that and is like, hey, you do your thing. Like, we believe in you and we love it. And I've been blessed to have that experience with so many people. But I've also worked with companies that are like, you're not for us. And that's okay, because I don't want to be for everyone. If you stand for everything, you stand for nothing. So
absolutely. How about from a contract standpoint, though? If you're looking at it, maybe not from a deliverable standpoint, but one thing that you look for, you know, maybe when you travel, or like, is there one thing?
I think obviously, like, I want to make sure I'm being like compensated fairly for the, you know, the deliverables that they're asking for. And, you know, I always like really look at like, what's the exclusivity like what's the usage like I have a really big partnership right now with a liquor brand. And because of that, for like 4 months, I can't post about any other liqueur like that's in your face.
Interesting.
So that's something I like consider all the time. Like, hey, like, what's the opportunity cost that goes into it? So that's something that's very important for me. But luckily, I have a great team that we weigh every single decision, and, you know, I get their feedback, but I make the final say, which is awesome.
Speaking of your team, how many people are you chatting with on a daily basis, making decisions on what you're doing from a business standpoint?
I have a team of 3 badass women. I have my manager and her 2 coordinators under her. They are a dream team.
Awesome.
And they just get shit done in the best way possible.
I love it. The online backlash. Obviously, you get a lot of love, but you also get a lot of hate.
Of course.
Right? How do you protect your peace amidst all the chaos?
I think it's blocking certain comments, like using comment care mode and filtering out words that I find like to be particularly annoying or upsetting or aggravating. Obviously not reading certain things, like we avoid Reddit, we block it on the browser, out of sight, out of mind for a lot. And I think you just need to accept, this is something I learned in therapy and it's great. Don't argue with people that aren't seeking a resolution. There's no point. If someone already has their mind made up about you, why are you going to argue with them? They're going to believe what they want to believe. It's easier said than done, but you wouldn't waste your time arguing with someone in real life that if you knew that there was going to be no resolution from it. So why do it online?
I love it. Your best friends and co-hosts
Yeah.
are starting to find some success of their own online,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So how does it feel knowing that you've been an influence for them and helped them find confidence in doing it themselves?
It's been incredible. I can't wait for like the moment where like the first one of them is able to quit their job and like come join me on this journey.
Yeah.
It's so fun to like kind of inspire them and give them ideas and give them feedback on like, hey, this is what I think you should do. This is what I think you should post about. And it's awesome. Like as they get more comfortable, they get more receptive to those ideas too. And like they'll reach out to me first and be like, how can I make this better? Like give me your advice. And I love it. And I just like seeing them get more confident in their content creation as well.
Yeah.
And I like love catching up on their videos and be like, this was awesome. Like this was such a good video. I'm proud of you. And like you did it all on your own. And it's great to see.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I do see you reposting them all the time.
Yeah, always. I'm such a Leo. I'm like loyal as fuck to my friends.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, like whenever someone tells me that they have like a vision for a project, I'm like, how can I help? Because I feel like so many people for me did that and supported me and like came to my parties and like did stuff. And I'm like, pay it forward.
Yeah, I mean, you're good to me and you don't need to be. I ask you for a favor once in a while.
Always.
You always come through. So it's awesome.
Always.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Oh no.
You ready to rock?
I'm ready to rock.
This thing is definitely colder than last time you were in here.
Great.
How's that sound?
Sounds like I'm going to have to just get through the pain.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
You just jump it. Oh
Jump
my
in.
God. Yeah, this is a lot colder than last time. Holy shit.
Oh!
Ah!
Good to be back. Woo. All right.
Okay. Get those questions out. Distract me.
Okay, let's rip through these.
Rip through them.
If you could pinpoint one thing that sets you apart from most creators, what is that?
I think I'm willing to talk about things like salary and politics that a lot of other creators would never think about touching.
Yeah.
That's definitely it.
I agree. Your authenticity shines through.
Yeah.
You've been around a lot of really big names in this world in the past year. What's one thing that has surprised you from the celebrities, the people with big followings, in a good way and maybe a not so good way?
In a good way, I think they really are just normal people.
Yeah.
Like just so many of them are so down to earth and like want to get to know you and like respect you and just like they're just normal people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
In a bad way,
be honest. I want to hear the tea.
I think the opposite of that, there is some people that are just so far removed from like day-to-day life and they've just like have a team doing everything for you that they almost don't have people skills. Like they see you and they like don't even know how to like converse with you because on a day-to-day basis, they talk to like 4 people that schedule and talk to everybody for them.
Yeah.
And they like, you can just tell they're almost like awkward.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but very few people have actually been like that. Most of the people have been on the first side where it's like, they're great.
Who would play you in a movie of your life and why?
God. Spencer Pratt, because he looks like me.
I think there is a clip.
I've said that before.
Yeah.
I think Spencer Pratt would do well.
Yeah.
We could get someone from all ages, you know?
Yeah. I like this question. I know you've answered it before, but if you could FaceTime yourself from 2019.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What would you say to yourself?
I would say enjoy college, have fun studying abroad, and don't stress about anything because you are gonna really be successful. And what you're going through, whatever you're going through right now, ride the wave because it's all gonna make sense in a few years.
That's awesome. Has there ever been a moment that you kind of questioned if you wanted this fame, if you wanted to deal with all the public scrutiny, I guess, online?
Yeah, I had like a really hard summer last summer. I like really was dealing with a lot of panic attacks and I was like, if this keeps going on, like how am I going to be a public figure? Like if I'm like having panic attacks in the middle of red carpets and stuff.
Yeah.
And it really like took the wind out of my sails. And I kind of was living out of fear for a few months of like, okay, this job isn't for me. Like I need to go back into it. But I think it was just like, I was going really fucking fast.
Yeah.
And my body was like, bro, if you don't want to take a break after these 3 years of grinding, we're going to force you to take a break.
Yeah.
And my body just gave out. And that's why I was like, my nervous system is out of whack. I had to reset. I was not doing things that were healthy for my physical or mental health.
Yeah.
And during those 3 months, I really had to question, like, is this something I want to do? But there was light at the end of the tunnel was like the sun because I got through that and then my platform size doubled.
Yeah.
Like I went through 3 months of really going from posting every single day to posting once every 2 weeks if I was lucky.
Yeah.
And when everyone was living their best life, having their brat summer, I was in my apartment looking out the window. And it really reset me. But yeah, during that time, I questioned if I could do this.
So speaking of moving super fast, I have a couple buddies that do the same thing that you do. It's just nonstop. Right?
It is, yeah.
Is that your guys' way of trying to get away from the anxiety? Like when you're being super productive and moving super fast all the time, does that not allow you to think about
a lot of
the
times
things that stress you out?
Yeah, it's a deep question. I mean, I do think a lot of people in especially America are addicted to working.
Yeah.
And I would say I'm probably one of them.
Yeah.
It's also hard because my work is addicting. You know, like there is a dopamine rush when you have a viral, you get it. Like
Definitely.
when something hits succeed, like, and you get that viral video and you get all those followers, that's a rush. And then when you get it, you crave it. Like it is like a drug in some aspect.
Definitely.
So when that's also like not just a hobby anymore, it's also your payday.
Yeah.
That's hard. You know, like you see, if I take a day off, you lose money. Like I know, like if I post 2 videos today, like I make my money for that day. If I don't post that day, but like, then what happens? Then I get forced into a 3-month break. So you have to give yourself breaks. It's just so hard.
Yeah, it truly is. That's a great answer. If we checked your camera roll right now, what's the last photo or video that would end your career if it leaked?
Bro!
You gotta answer.
I have to answer that? Okay, like probably I don't know if it would end my career, a sex tape. It made Kim Kardashian's career.
It could make
but
your
like
career.
Probably like some kind of sexual act would definitely lose me a few brand deals. Jesus, Ben.
Hey.
He's trying to get me canceled on fucking Rooftop Cold Plunge.
The people want to know.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I would say some kind of photo involving NSFW content.
Okay.
Would not be safe for my work.
Well, post plunge, you may have to send me something. It can't be R-rated, but it has to. It may get.
You have to pay for that.
It
Come
may
on
get
now.
put in the clip. It might get put in the clip. You're running for the mayor of Philly. What's your campaign slogan?
Oh God, make Philly great again.
There you
How about
go. I love it.
Mappa.
It's not going to be a red hat, though, is it?
No, are you kidding me? Blue.
You're making a content creator Mount Rushmore. Who's on it?
Content creator Mount Rushmore. Woo. Okay. Queen herself, Alex Cooper. Big inspiration.
Yep.
Really want to follow suits in a lot of the things that she's done. God, this is freaking tough. Okay, so I need 4.
Yes.
All right, well, she's an easy number 1. Oh my God, I'm so cold. Holy shit. I need a dude. Jake Shane.
Okay.
Love the platform he's created. I think he's like new wave of the future. Just incredible.
You can put yourself on there, too.
Definitely not me. This isn't a vanity project.
Okay.
That's my new favorite term.
I like that.
Vanity project. Fuck, who else? There's like an OG, like a Ricky Thompson from the Vine days who's just been like hilarious and like kept shit like going for so, like he's just kept his success and I love that.
Yeah.
And maybe like a Gary Vee, who's not like a content creator, but I think he's just like such a boss in the digital like space. I mean, he has his own media company, Vayner.
Yeah.
He's definitely someone I would always want to take a meeting with. So
yeah, he's as much of a content creator as he is.
As he is, he's just a goat, honestly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a pretty solid squad.
Yeah.
We got some funny, we got some queen girl boss energy. I'm into it.
I like it. Last question.
Okay.
What is the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
Oh shit. You know what? I don't know if this is the best piece of advice I've received in my life, but this is a really good life lesson. The best way to be wrong is to always think you're right. It's really easy when you're going into business to want to just work with people that you like.
Yes.
But here's the problem with that. That just generates a yes man mentality and people who just want to say yes to your ideas, but not actually challenge you. And that is the difference between like a businessman and Bill Gates. Like Bill Gates didn't work with people that just blew smoke up his ass.
Yeah.
He wasn't afraid to be wrong. He wasn't afraid to listen to other people's opinions. And I think that for me, that has been the biggest lesson I've learned. And if I was going to give advice to especially someone going into business, work with people that are going to challenge you, that are going to make you think about things differently, that are going to say, good idea, but what if we did it this way? Or I think you're wrong and I think this is the way to do it. And work with people that are going to challenge you and not just yes man you. Because if you always think you're right about everything, you just limit your opportunity for growth. And if you're not growing, then you're not succeeding.
That's such an excellent answer. I want everybody to take that piece of advice. You know what time it is.
Dunk time, right?
Dunk time.
All right.
Let's go. All the way under. Beautiful head of hair, too.
Thanks. I bleached it. All right. I'm going first?
Yes.
All right. Give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1.
I can get out now, right?
Yes. That was so much smoother than last time.
Well, last time you had me in a fucking cylinder block. Jesus.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh god, am I gonna electrocute something? I just got water everywhere.
You're good.
Oh my god, you guys, that was fucking cold as shit. My toes are fucked.
You might have broke the record.
Did I?
Yeah, you might have. For you, at least, that's for sure.
All right, well, hell yeah.
What's your favorite pickle?
My favorite pickle?
Yeah.
Like a dill pickle? Wait, actually, I love sliced pickles that are circles that go on like burgers, hoagies. Like that's like my favorite. Like a just watery, salty pickle. Now I want a pickle.
Thank you guys for tuning into the new season of the Rooftop Cold Plunge. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to bring you more incredible guests. See you next week.